I'm on Clarence Hill time today. Show up whenever the hell you want, right?
Hey, Mike, David Moore, Dallas Morning News. Talk a little bit about just the impact of losing two players like Parsons and Lawrence, and just how collectively you go about replacing players of that status.
Well, I mean, it's definitely the unfortunate part of our game. Definitely too tough for, what those two guys mean to our football team, and especially being in the same position. So I think all that is the obvious, part of the challenge. But, this is what this game's all about. This is what this league's all about. It takes a lot of players to win in this league, week in and week out. So it creates a great opportunity for others, and that's really our approach. Obviously we're going to have to make some roster adjustments. We're still kind of working through that. It's part of the reason why I was running a little late here. We had a personnel meeting.
A collective, everyone just has to be more disciplined, do what you're asked, and you know.
I mean, you've answered your question, I think, or was that an opinion? So
no, it was a question.
No, it was a question. That's it. I mean, it's not like we're going to take one player and put him in and give him the exact same responsibility and in reps that Micah had or with D-Law had. So it's going to be a combination of things, and and you let the game plan bring that to light, and because it's very important when you have the 49 players up on the game Sunday that everybody contributes.
Clarence Hill, All City, Dallas. Just for housekeeping, your understanding, what are their exact injuries? Is D-Law, Liz, Frank, and what is your timeline you've been told?
Well, I know D-Law is, it's whatever you want to call it. They've been calling the midfoot sprain. Some people use the Liz Frank. Obviously, there's different categories and so forth. The specifics of it, and frankly, I think that's more for him to answer. I know the second opinion is completed. I was told that prior to coming in here, so it's going to be multiple weeks. So I think clearly, we'll get past the bye. We'll see where we are.
Will he go on IR?
We're still working through that. I'd say, like I said, just came from a personnel meeting.
And Parsons, it is just high.
He's in a boot. It's an ankle sprain, and so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, he'll be challenged to make it this week. We're preparing to play without Micah. So.
Mike Todd with ESPN. Are there any parallels to draw of the significance of these guys and who they are to losing Dak a couple of years ago to the thumb and overcoming all that as well?
Yeah, I think it's obvious. I mean, when you got positions that carry a little more responsibility on your football team. Pass rusher, corner, tackles and quarterbacks and those things because it does adjust the way you have to game plan. That's definitely the reality of it. But once again, this is our game. This is part of the challenge of our league, and it gives others a great opportunity. And it's not just going to be one guy or two guys. We're going to have other guys step up.
What have you liked what Nealon's done in the first month of this season?
I really like when Marshawn's just the way he's reacted to everything. Every time we give him more responsibility, he just goes about it with the right attitude and great energy. He's a bull and ball full butcher knives type player. We've cranked up his responsibility on special teams, and he's done a good job. So I mean, for a young player that's it hasn't been. I mean, you look at our young offensive linemen; they're playing one position. They know clearly who they're playing against this week and so forth. Where Marshawn he's had a little more diversity to his job responsibility, and I think he's done a hell of a job with it.
John Machota with The Athletic. Can you give us any update on Kalen Carson and Jerron Bland?
I'm hoping Kalen could, practice Wednesday. That's, we'll see how that goes. But he's making progress, and same thing with Jerron. I know he's gonna be out there with Britt tomorrow, so I'll have a better feel for where he's at.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. How Amani? How much of a challenge was that for him just to come in and start that second half?
Oh, I thought it was huge. I mean, I just love the way he reacted, and I think it's really reflective of the way he arrived here. I mean, he's just a super competitive young man. Just went in there and battled. Obviously, had the big play at the end of the game. I love what he brings to the table. He's super competitive in practice. You see it particularly in the look teams. Really challenges our guys. So no surprise to us. But it's just like anything. You get that opportunity under the big lights, and he did a nice job.
how you been able to keep Cook engaged with everything? You know, he's a veteran guy. Obviously, he wants to play and those kinds of things.
Delmo Cook?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dalvin.
Yeah, he's I mean, he's a hard worker. I think he's a really good fit. I think, clearly there's an adjustment, part that, that he needed to go through, we needed to go through on his arrival here. But, he's chomping at the bit. There's no doubt about it. And that's who you want. It gives us great, healthy competition in the running back room. He brings a lot to the table.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram, and your time with Chauncey Golston, the responsibilities that he's had throughout his time here, what kind of gives you confidence as far as him being able to take a next step as well?
I think it's a little bit, spinning off of Marshawn's, answer. I think Chauncey's done a lot here. I mean, he's played a lot of different positions. He's played the 3 technique all the way out to a wide 9. So, and he's definitely played in now 2 different systems. So the technique and how he's been asked to play, more even techniques, more inside techniques. So, and he's been able to use his length, and I like the way he's adjusted to some of the things we're having him do more of in this defensive scheme. And let's not forget what he does on special teams too. He's always been that guy. He's someone that you can put in there. Has wore a lot of hats since he's been here. This will be a great opportunity for him. Him and Marshawn will probably be, 2 guys that are going to handle a lot of the responsibility. What these injuries have created. So I love what Chauncey's been giving us.
Sadi's The Athletic. Mike, you've talked a lot about what September football is and all that entails. As the calendar flips to October, what do you kind of look for in the second phase, the second month of the season as you progress?
I hope we learn from it, because we need to be better. And I'm talking more in the areas of, fundamentals, techniques, and so forth. But, yes, I think, you are who you are. After 4 games, we've done the deep analytical dives, and it's particularly spent a lot of time on the situationals because we've had some out of balance games in our first 4. But I think the biggest thing that stands out is the critical penalties in situations. That's something that we really need to do a better job of. We're always going to be working on our fundamentals and things like that, and want to be better in more areas than others. I mean, I think that's always part of the normal progression of an NFL season. So you're always working at some degrees or higher than others, and that clearly reflects where we are after 4 weeks. But we got to be better in the areas, in the penalty areas, because we've had way too many 3rd down penalties, way too many red zone penalties, and a couple 2-minute penalties, and that obviously affects scoring, and obviously affects the opportunity for the offense to have the ball more, and obviously affects the defense being on the field longer.
The unscouted looks, how long does that go into the season before everything kind of becomes?
Yeah, I'm not really looking into. I don't think that's much as a focus right now, because I think everybody is now on tape, and you at least have a direction of who people want to be and how their personnel is being distributed. And I think a big part of the unscouted looks is how are teams distributing their personnel, because personnel distribution also leads to, like, particularly on offense, ball distribution, and where do you think the ball's going, how they get them there, formation tendencies. I think just like anything, history will tell you the more that you do, whether it's formations, motions, the more tendencies you have. So you got to stay on top of that. More personnel groups that you use, we use a lot of personnel groups, so we got to be totally on top of what we're doing out of each and every one. Especially, the situational football is kind of a filter that cuts a lot of these things and gives you some clarity on what you're trying to get done, and it's no different for your opponent.
Garrett Fodell, CBS Sports. Mike, how much? I know you had the injuries to Lawrence and Parsons, but how much can the improvement shown in the run defense be carried over into a game against Pittsburgh and a run-heavy offense? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's run defense is about the 11. The one thing is, I thought we were clearly cleaner in our fits. Our blocking destruction was better, but we have another level to go. We got to get. We got to get the finish. The pursuit and finish needs to be cleaner. I think we can get more opportunities on the ball. So that's what we're looking to build off of. We understand clearly the job that we did Thursday night against the Giants, but we need to be better, and we will be challenged there continually throughout the season. We understand that. So that's definitely a starting point for us.
Kyle Gilman's DallasCowboys.com. Coach, Mazi Smith starting to really play some good football over the last 5 quarters or so. How has his game evolved over the last few weeks and taken to the next level?
Yeah, I think you're just seeing Mazi get more confident and comfortable. Those are two things that I see from him each and every day. So, and not only, I think in, the production that he's had, but just more the consistency, particularly the nose stunt that, he hit 2 of those nicely in the game and was productive with it. So with that, it needs to come to consistency. But, I definitely see a more confident Mazi Smith.
I'm not OC, never been OC. There's a lot of talk about pre-snap motion and where you guys rank in that. Can you talk about why you're low in that category and that's an important part of your offense?
Yeah, I've seen the reports. We got a great analytics department. I think I've probably seen all the ones you saw and didn't throw out the ones that are good because, that's part of the equation too. But, no, I think was really kind of part of what I was talking about earlier. You got to look at the situationals, particularly on offense, because some of our formation, I was talking to John Park about this yesterday, some of our formation tendencies, you got to factor in, I think we've been almost 3/4 of 2 minutes. So, that those are skewed a little bit. But yes, as far as the motions, how much motion we want to do, CD's utilization in motion. You also, I don't know, one of the things the analytics also shows is just the yardage that our receivers cover. Our guys are, and that's probably a product of, some of these 2 minute, the extra 2 minute, 2 minute offense that we've been in more than the norm for 4 games. So yeah, I've looked at all those things, clearly aware, the windows and, so I've seen the studies, but also I think our guys do a really good job of taking that data and then making sure all the filters are applied, so our information's accurate. And as Brian and Schottenheimer and I will continue to visit on it, through today, and that's what tonight's for. And then as we start putting that plan together tomorrow, so those things have all been identified. But I think, just like anything, what you do inside the why is a big part of it. So yeah, we're clearly aware of our numbers in those areas.
And as an offense, do you have to guard against trying to overcompensate for your defense, or is that what you have to do?
No, I think it's I think it's who you want to be, and right now we're not playing to the complementary football that we played last year and really last 2 years. I felt like the complementary football really came into the formula we were starting to hit it in 22 and clearly was evident in 23. And one of the biggest statistics, and I made a point of it again today in a team meeting, is our number of plays on the field for our defense from 22 to 23 went down. I think it was 9 plays. Was it 50, 55? Or 6 plays a game. So that's a full game. So when you look at your overall stats in a year, if you're playing 6 plays less a game, that's a full game less for your defense on the field. So we're not there. We're back to 21 right now. So as far as what our numbers look for, so that's where you talk about third down. It's always a two-way street with me. When I see the defenses on the field, as long as they've been, I'm also very cognizant of what the production is on third down on the offense, because our time of possession, we're nowhere even close to where we were last year. That's a big negative for the first 4 games. Those are the things I spend time on, and clearly why are those numbers there, and that's what we're after, because not only do we want to score as many points as we can, but we do not mind going a long way, because there's a benefit to keeping our defense off the field. So much about time of possession is made on running the football. Time of possession is controlling the football, and you can do that in the passing game too. So that's where we're not. That's where after the first 4 weeks, our complementary football formula needs to be better. So that's what we're focused on.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Thank you.